Robot information. Identify the challenge for this competition. For this year's challenge, the goal is to identify different colors using code and scoring game pieces obtained by the center of the arena. Game pieces, which are called rings, are to be lifted and inserted into its target, the ring wrecker. Different colored rings determine their score value.
Our group had a discussion on how the robot should be made, what drivetrain it should have, and also what features it should have. We discussed this over a week period during the readings of the rules.
What were some design options shared? Some design options discussed within my group were debating the size of our intake and extending our wheels out for balance. A major change that we discussed was how we were planning to pick up the game piece.
Explain some issues you ran into with your first design when you tried it out. Issues that we encountered with our first design is that it would tip over because of how much weight at the front. Another issue that was there is that it would be too slow for our liking.
To make our final design better, we removed the long and heavy arm and replaced it with a conveyor belt that picks up the rings. Theoretical information. Two areas in which robots are used in real life is in cinema and in farming. In cinema, robotics is used as a recording method known as motion control. It uses a 6-axis robotic arm to quickly and efficiently take precise video of fast action scenes and for elaborate video effects. In farming, robotics can harvest, weed, plant, and fertilize. They can accomplish these tasks using an autonomous robot that goes out and farms crops using an arm and a sensor, which maximizes production while keeping a safe environment.
Theoretical information. These are some of the majors that will help out in a robotics career or in engineering. Automation engineer. These engineer designs develop and test automation in machinery and devices.
Software engineer. These engineers design softwares that allows programmers to write code that control machinery.
CAD designer. These engineers use CAD, computer-aided design software to create blueprints and designs for machines.
Mechanical engineering. Engineers design robots that can complete tasks with ease, efficiency, and safety. Theoretical information. This is a presentation of all the features and capabilities of our robot. For our intake system, we use the conveyor belt that drags and picks up the game pieces to the top of the ring wrecker. In the conveyor, there are flaps so that they are able to pick up the rings and drop them when they reach the top. The scooper vacuum mechanism is to be able to go over the rings and bring them inside. After that, they are able to go up the conveyor belt and be scored. The use of the Omni wheels allows us to only use 2 motors and lets us turn left and right efficiently and quickly, allowing us to be able to first pick up game pieces. The long piece of metal at the top is set to the height of the white rings to knock them down and only them down.
Theoretical information. In this slide, we describe our code in detail. Starting on line 40, it starts with setting the variable referring to that as a counter, which will determine the amount of colors the robot will detect.
Starting on line 46, it starts by saying when the code is activated, followed by stating all variables are active. It starts on the counter 0 and remains true. When the sensor detects 2 counts, colors, the rest of the lines of code are ignored and stopped.
Starting on line 52, it starts determining when the color that needs to be detected from the sensor. When the color is seen with the sensor, the brain will play a sound and add 1 to the counter. The same code is applied to detect the other colors. Only the color variable changes.
Starting on line 70, it starts by moving the robot 6 inches to the forward direction. Then, it turns 90 degrees to the right, moves forward 2 inches, turns 90 degrees to the right again, and continues. The same is said if it still does not detect any color, except this time it turns to the left.